Hey everybody, Chef Ralph here, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Chef Ralph's Realm. Today we're going to be making bacon. That's right, we're going to be using my special proprietary spice blend, Chef Ralph's Rub, and we're going to be doing a bacon from... That was less dramatic than I thought it was going to be. From these pieces of pork belly. So, just to get to know your pork belly, you can buy them in a lot of different forms at your butcher, wholesale clubs, whatever. This is not the video where I'm going to be teaching you how to trim one. I have these already trimmed for me, so all we're going to do is season them, wait a couple days, which is going to be agony, and then throw them on the smoker, and then we're going to have some bacon. So getting to know your pork belly is basically, your cross-section should look like a piece of bacon, because that's what it is. It's a big chunk of bacon. There's a bunch of different techniques that people use. I've scoured the internet. I've done the reading in the books. There's a few things you don't want to skimp on. You can do it with botanicals and yada yada, hippy dippy whatevers. But Prague powder or pink salt seems to be the thing that scares most people, because everything else is just rub it and smoke it. But it's, the ratio is weird. People use something, Here's the culmination of all the information that I found. You're going to use 1 teaspoon of Prague powder per 3 pounds of meat. And this is for curing pork, like bacon, or maybe a ham. But this is, the research that I did was primarily on the bacon. So we're going to go with that. And then from there, it's just spices, salt, and thyme. Like I said, we're going to be using my Chef Ralph's Rub, but first what we're going to do is hit these guys with some salt. Now, I don't want to say you can't use too much salt, but this is going to sit for a couple days, so the salt will come off. You're going to rinse them after the 5 or so days that it's going to sit. So it'll take on just enough salt as to what it needs to take. And as you can see, I'm doing a lot of this because, I mean, why not? If you're making bacon, why not make a ton of it? Then we're going to do a light dusting of, this is the Prague powder, curing salt. Like I said, it's got a bunch of different names. And a little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. So we're going to throw it on this side. This is what maintains the redness and the bacon-like color. Do both sides. And like I said before, this, to me, this sounded like the most intimidating part of the recipe and the deal, because there are so many different conflicting websites of use this much, don't use this much, botulism, trichinosis, blah, 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 disease. I mean, really, if we just, stick to the cooking temps and, cook it, we'll hopefully be fine. I mean, really, that's all we can do is hope. Alright, so now we're going to throw on Chef Ralph's Rub, a nice generous coating on this side. Now, Chef Ralph's Rub is something that I've blended myself, and it is a mix of, all right, it's a long list. A lot of people use, let me just segue by saying, a lot of people use brown sugar with their bacon. But if you don't want that sweet profile, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to have a sweet bacon, with the maple sugar. This is more of a barbecue feel. So what we've got in this is pink Himalayan salt. We've got paprika. We've got cumin. We've got garlic powder. We've got onion powder. We've got ginger. We've got cumin. We've got black pepper. We've got vinegar powder. I think the vinegar powder adds a nice, ting, so to speak, to your meats. This rub is specifically designed for pork. It will work with chicken as well, but like I said, it is specifically designed to be a pork rub, and I've used this with briskets. Actually, I don't think I've edited that video yet. I did a brisket video using this rub and the smoker, but that's still in the can. I still haven't done that yet. We'll get there. I'm very busy. I try and shoot a lot of content for you guys. Pardon me. A little bit of the little, and there's cayenne in here, so it has a little bit of the heat. I was like, what is that? That little, and that was the cayenne. All right, so we're nice and rubbed. So now basically this is going to stay in the refrigerator for 5 to 7 days. Could be longer, doesn't necessarily have to be. And you want to flip them once a day. From the salt, a lot of the moisture is going to start to come out. So I'll give you an update as we go on throughout the days. So we're going to take a few days and then we're going to check on it. See you in a few days. All right, everybody, now we're doing the smoke process. This brings a new meaning to the definition of cold smoke. As you can see here, we've probably got about 6 or 7 inches of snow on the ground. I'm using the stand-up Cuisinart smoker. We're doing applewood. So yeah, so we're just going to monitor the temperature, keep it, in the 130s to 140s, and we're gonna check the progress of the pork belly as we go. So I'm going to load it up. This is the the pork belly that you've been seeing for the past couple cutscenes. So now we're time to smoke it. I'm going to go fat side down initially. All right, folks, we're pretty much at the place where we want to be smoke-wise. So I'm gonna put them to Ziploc bags, and we're gonna cool them before we. Some of these I'm gonna some of them I'm gonna cut into smaller pieces, and we're gonna vacuum seal them. But I'm gonna throw them in plastic bags first. And honestly, these need to cool down, so I'm literally just gonna throw them in the snow. All right, folks, the waiting is over. We've got our slab bacon that I've let sit and cure for about 2 weeks now, vacuum sealed. So what that does is it kind of equalizes the spices and, most importantly, the salts within the meat. It kind of does a deep permeate, lets everything equalize, and then you've got this absolutely beautiful bacon, and we're ready to use it in a couple different ways. So, you can have the slabs like this. This one I've already cut off a bunch and prepared some food to just give you a little overview of that. And yeah, then the little end pieces, I like to do what's called a lardon, which basically just means like a little chunk of bacon. And those go best with a real nice Caesar salad. So Caesar salad, and here you can see the these little bacon lardons, as I call them, as the industry calls them, are just little chunks of bacon. It's not crumbled bacon. It's more like little cubed, longish cubed, and on top of a beautiful Caesar salad. These are just absolutely wonderful, like that. Delicious. Another great way that I like to do the bacon. Just a good hearty bowl of New England clam chowder. Now this is where you get all the little scraps, your little crumbled bits, crumbled bacon on top of New England clam chowder. Can't go wrong with that at all. Absolutely delicious. And then finally, we got the good old bacon and eggs. Look at that. That's a perfect breakfast right there, balanced. Throw in a little piece of toast for some carbs, and you're good to go. So I hope this video has been a little bit educational. I know there's a lot of bacon videos out there. I'm not great at it, but I did it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. So follow a couple of the simple rules in this video and you'll be able to make your own bacon if that's something that you want to do. If you like my content, please give a like, subscribe, and follow. I thank you all for coming with me on my culinary journey. Have a great night.